Based on the popular Spawn comic series by Todd McFarlane, the 1997 film adaptation presents the dark, violent journey of an assassin named Al Simmons, played by Michael Jai White, who, after being double-crossed and murdered by his boss, makes a deal with the devil. Resurrected as Spawn, Al must navigate the realms of good and evil, facing moral dilemmas that go beyond the scope of his resurrection. Spawn is a gritty exploration of vengeance, redemption, and the price of power, presented with a unique blend of supernatural elements, comic book origins, and groundbreaking visuals for its time. The plot of Spawn weaves a tale of betrayal, the afterlife, and the ultimate choice between good and evil. Al Simmons's resurrection as Spawn, a Hellspawn warrior, is set in motion when he makes a deal with the devil, Malebolgia, after his death. Spawn's main objective is to see his wife Wanda once again, but he's tasked with stopping the catastrophic plans of his former employer, Jason Wynn, played by Martin Sheen. Wynn, in cahoots with the devil's minion, the clown, John Leguizamo, plans to unleash a deadly virus to start Armageddon, opening a gateway for hell to overthrow heaven. At the heart of Spawn is a moral struggle. Spawn must choose whether to use his newfound powers to stop Wynn and the impending apocalypse, or risk unleashing hell on Earth to satisfy his desires. The tension between personal vengeance and the greater good gives the film a deeper emotional resonance, even if it occasionally falls into the more standard tropes of a superhero origin story. For a 1997 film, the CGI in Spawn was impressive and groundbreaking. The transformation of Al Simmons into Spawn, with his eerie, living costume of organic armor and chains, was a testament to the capabilities of visual effects at the time. The character design of Spawn, with his hellish armor, glowing green eyes, and haunting cape, is as vivid as it is chilling, closely mirroring the original comic book artwork. However, as with many films of its era, some of the CGI sequences feel dated when viewed today, particularly during action scenes involving large-scale special effects, like Spawn's battles with various hellish creatures and the climactic showdown. Still, the visuals remain striking when compared to other comic book adaptations from the same period, and the film's ability to bring its dark, twisted world to life should not be understated. Michael Jai White's portrayal of Al Simmons' Spawn is a compelling one. He brings a quiet intensity to the role, especially in his internal conflict between vengeance and redemption. His physicality is crucial to the character's effectiveness, and White's performance as both a man wronged and an antihero is convincing, even if his dialogue at times feels somewhat stiff. On the other hand, John Leguizamo steals the show as the clown Violator, a grotesque, darkly comic villain. Leguizamo's over-the-top manic energy brings irreverent humor to a film that otherwise takes itself quite seriously. His performance as the devil's minion adds an unsettling and disturbing element to the film, making the clown a memorable antagonist. The supporting cast, including Martin Sheen as the conniving Jason Wynn, provides solid performances, but is largely overshadowed by the supernatural elements of the story. Spawn struggles at times to fully transition the gritty, dark world of the comics to the screen, often feeling like a rushed attempt to cash in on the growing popularity of superhero films. While the source material has an incredibly rich emotional depth, the film sometimes falls short of fully capturing the nuanced themes and internal conflicts present in the comics. That being said, the film does a decent job of staying faithful to the original graphic novel's tone, showcasing Spawn's origin and his morally gray nature. The graphic violence, dark atmosphere, and themes of hell versus heaven are all elements ripped straight from the pages of Todd McFarlane's series, though they don't always come through with the same level of impact as in the source material. Spawn is a flawed but ambitious film that offers a unique, darker take on the superhero genre. Its visual effects, acting performances, particularly John Leguizamo's performance as the clown, and willingness to tackle mature themes make it an interesting relic of the 90s comic book era. Though it struggles in some areas, especially in script and pacing, it still stands as an early example of a superhero film that dared to be different, While it may not have aged as gracefully as other comic adaptations, Spawn remains an interesting, if imperfect, piece of comic book cinema history.